Right, good afternoon, subscribers. I am on my way to town to go and take Mikey some change. Um, two of you who don't know, that's the lad that we brought from Manchester, the one who he was just really badly addicted to heroin. Now he is virtually free of heroin. Apart from having a few pre-gablins to help him with the pain of the belly and all the stuff like that, and he has a bit of methadone now and again. Um, we're aiming to get him on a script for next week. So if everybody wants to, keep watching, and you'll see him get on a script next week. Um, it's quite amazing. You'll just get somebody. He's been here for 3 months now, and it took 12 weeks for him to get rid of them urges and to be able to just think about his life in general. I seen him yesterday, and all he wanted to talk about was painting, drawing, and what he's doing in the future. The lad looks so much better in the face. He put weight on. He had a little crew around, people around him, friends. He's just made. I did feel guilty leaving him, and it absolutely killed me. But you know what? I'm so glad that I let him get on with it, because you know what? It's reaped the rewards, because now he's absolutely sorted. Um, that's why I feel safe enough to be able to just go into town, give him a couple of pounds of money, and him not be, hostile towards me and think, I'm just coming to see him. One of them. Because you don't want any bad feelings here. And there was always going to be bad feelings while he was rattling, while he was needing a certain substance. I'm going to try to get him in the Elms on Tuesday. The clinic is Tuesday, so I'm going to see if I can get him in there on Tuesday. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll find out. To be honest with you, I think it's about 2 miles from Kerry's house to town. I did that twice yesterday. That was after going back to the shops and all that. I'm going to turn the lights off now because we're on the path. I don't need them, and I need to keep my battery. I'm not driving home slow like I have to last night, because I stayed out all stupid hours. Trying to help people. Literally, I handed out £45 yesterday to homeless people, and it made me feel good. It made me feel good about myself. We're currently by the Morrison's Daily. See, we've got just nearly full battery. I've turned off all the lights. We're staying on the pavement. There's the Morrison shop. So we've got from here to town now, and then all the way through town to find Mikey. It should be. He should be there. He should be around in the Primark doorway. I think that's where I think I'm going to find him, in the Primark doorway. It's quite a bumpy ride on the left-hand side of the road on this. The suspension is quite hard compared to the other one that I had. The other one I had was a class 3 scooter. This is a class 2, which means it isn't as fast. It's 2 mile an hour slower. But do you know what? I didn't realise that the batteries are exactly the same size. It's just a bigger scooter. That's why this is able to go further. So, it's one of them, isn't it? You don't think about these things. You think a lot of money, big scooter, going to go further. No, class 2 scooters have got the same size battery as class 3. Just the widest, they can't fit on buses and things like that. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. People should do their homework, because I did before I got this. It was only 2 days. The man said he was bringing it, and it was like, right, I thought, when I get it, it might be a piece of crap, but I can get new batteries. No, it just looks like the old person who's had it, who has, they've used it a couple of times. It looks like they've just left it on the side, just been going back into maybe the local shop. And that is what makes it a good scooter. And I thought we'd light back on because we're on the road now. I don't know what has everybody been up to? Is anybody else who watches this channel, in recovery now, or in ongoing addiction, you know, having addiction problems right now that watches this channel. Is there anybody, you know, is there anybody that's disabled that watches this channel that's in recovery? I need to know, because you know, I need to start trying to set my parameters for the channel, because at the minute it's just all a bit over the shop. I'm saying that I'm going to, you know, I'm going to do this trip down the canals. Well, I'm going to do that, yeah, but to be honest with you, it was at the start when I first did it. The You know, the aim of the channel was to help people trying to beat addiction. Um, Now, as far as going to watch me do a trip down the canal, I don't know how that's going to help people, you know, with addiction problems. Maybe it does, because they can see that somebody in recovery, you know, that they can get to the point that I'm at, because you can do it. You know, my key is, let me count in days then, yeah. It's, say, we'll just an average of 28, or we'll say 30 because of some of the months. So that's 3 months, so that's 30, 60, 90 days. I'm on 328, so 328, 328 days. Mikey's on 30, 60, 90 days. Do you know what? He's doing so well. The lad is absolutely killing it. He is absolutely killing it, folks. You wouldn't believe it. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous how much of a transformation, um, how much of a transformation can happen to someone just through something so simple. Going through these like little turny things now, which is quite. I'm gonna have to put the bottom light on it because it's really dark. Going up the path at the side of Wicks's. You can see the paths. Do you know what I mean? There's Wicks's. These are the paths, and this is the really turny bits that you have to try to get through right now. So now I've got to reverse back, and I've got to try to do it again. No, oh, yeah, we got through that one. Now let's see if we can get through this one. Now it's really wide out like that, and then turn at the last point, and then turn at the last. Nope, not going to do it. Right, can we do it this time? Can we do it this time? Put the wheels against the wall. Have we done it? Yeah, we've done it. Yeah. Do you know what? That was airy. Couldn't get through there. Bit of a nightmare, that. We're at the top now. So you can see where we are. Can you see we're in the Burger King car park at the bottom there? So this is the way that I go to town, because I can get off these things. Don't have to go down any big jumpy, bumpy curbs. It's all really just smooth and simple. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to be banging the scooter around. Not when I'm going to be going on this trip that I'm going on. You know, I need to really look after it. Like, so yeah, it's turning out to be a good little scooter. You know, it's turning out to be one that I wouldn't have thought I bought. I wouldn't have thought that I was going to buy. And I wouldn't have thought I was going to end up with a Class 2 scooter going to be on a journey on it. You'd have never thought that in a million years. But you know what? Strange things happen in life. I've already got my little trailer. I'm going to show you that in the morning. And you can see what trailer I've got. I have actually gone and got one of them bin trolleys. Now it's quite a big one, but it's very light. It's like going to be. It would have been lighter than the. It would have been lighter than the trailer that I was going to get. So I'm just trying to work out. I'm going to have to put one bracket on it, one metal bracket. I don't know how I'm going to put that on yet. It's probably going to be with little clamps, which will hold the generator in place, because I'm not having a generator bouncing around everywhere. You know what I mean? You can't have that. And then on halfway up the 2 bars, if you know what a bin trolley looks like, halfway up the 2 bars, just after the generator, I'll have my battery charger, which will be attached to a 5-cord extension, a 5-plug extension, 5-meter one. That then, so there's the wires aren't being stretched when we go around corners, nothing like that. Then which leads to the side of the scooter, so we can continuously move people, so that we don't slow down. So yeah, that should be some fun. we're just getting into town now by KFC, and I'm gonna have to put the phone down because I don't really like having my phone out in town, people. You know, you get lots of people who haven't got money, and you know, it's an easy thing, isn't it, to rob somebody's phone? So I'm just gonna pull over now, and right, we're gonna end this video here. Right, so I was just letting everybody know we're gonna go and see Mikey. I'll probably will resume the camera when we're right by Mikey if there's anybody else there. Um, just to get him to, you know, what his reaction is like, just when I'm taking him just a couple of quid, see the reaction. You know, he can't say thank you enough. The lad's great. So all my old subscribers and my new, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It's free. Have a nice night, folks.